Hey guys, how you doing? Hi Mirak. Hey nothing, how you doing guys? Thanks for joining. So today, yeah, we have some changes, we have some news about future banners and also like, yeah, some nerfs and buffs for the future characters. Also, don't forget about the banners we have at the moment, which is Columbina. Mainly, I don't think like you want to go for Raiden. It's still up to you. I wouldn't suggest you to do that though. Yeah, we have like plenty alternatives. But if you like, why not? When it comes to Columbina, yes, if you don't have Columbina on your account, go for her. When it comes to the weapon banners, you can completely skip it, because Columbina doesn't need her signature. It's not a bad addition, but in general, you should be alright with Favonius Codex, with Prototype Amber, with... like we have couple alternatives as well, so yeah. Yeah, I'm good, thank you very much. So yeah, when it comes to the future banners, so yeah, they changed the banners like again, but that was, let's say like that, as soon as I saw the Stygian bosses, usually they give us the banners according to the Stygian bosses. And as you know, we're going to get Knuckle-Duckle. Knuckle-Duckle is a flins shield boss. It's not for Inefa. Inefa's shield boss is actually a cactus. So yeah. And most likely, like we're going to get Moon Gecko next Stygian in 7.1, and because of that, Zibai is rerun. So yeah, keep that in mind if you want to go for Zibai. Because Zibai is actually, let's say like that, if you have Itlua, most likely we will get Itlua as well, and Aino, I hope so, at least I hope for Aino to get a couple of constellations. As you know, like Flins is pretty good even without Columbina. He can be played with Aino Constellation 6. Unfortunately, without Constellation 6, yes, it's not so much damage. Hey Lucas, how are you doing? I want Sandrone, now I will save for that and then full skip till Tsaritsa. Yeah, like then Danica. About Danica, I don't know. Or Danica. I don't know about Danica, you know why? We're going to get Mitya. And looks like Mitya is going to be direct replacement for Yaemiko. By the way, they nerfed Alyosha, and why is that? It's because of Yaemiko, in my opinion, because you know why? Yeah, like... that Alyosha was so good initially, so he buffed literally all of the characters, like on-fielders, off-fielders, and because of Yaemiko is off-fielder, that would be just direct buff to Yaemiko. She is now extremely powerful, you know, just imagine with Sandrone, she gives about 30% of field DPS, 30-35%, that's actually huge numbers. I mean, it's either like her signature weapon, Sandrone's signature weapon, you know. So yeah, because of that, and also like craftable weapon might be pretty good on Yaemiko as well. So because of that they nerfed Alyosha, but they buffs on that. I don't want to say it's a huge buff, but it's buff. Let's say like that. It's increased motion value, so because of that it's a better damage. It's better damage. I will try it my luck with Flins. He is supposed to have a rerun in 7. Yeah, that's true. And actually, if you ask me, which character you should choose in nod-krai if you just join the game or like something like that, Flins and Zibai is the best choices if you compare with Nefer. Why? Nefer needs Lauma. Let's say like that. I got Lauma as well, but Lauma, since I got her, like literally she's benched. I don't want to say she's bad or something. She's good enough, but yeah, kinda not so useful. Dendro, like Hyper Bloom and Dendro damage, it's like, yeah, it's like with Nefer is good, Dendro I mean, but Lunar, so yeah, I mean Lunar type of that. But when it comes to Hyper Bloom, it's not so powerful unfortunately, because like HP inflation, as you know, exists in the game. So yeah, like you can play Hyper Bloom in Overworld, but when it comes to against bosses and Stygian, yeah, it's still possible to do in Spoil Abyss. But again, when it comes to Fearless Stygian, it's a little bit like difficult to use. Oh, so yeah, if you ask me, Flins is not a bad choice. Even with a free-to-play weapon, which is craftable, he is actually extremely good. Why? Because he is flexible. So yeah, and if you have Inefa, it's actually good. So yeah, stick with the flins, it's not a bad... Yeah, he is, when it comes to the damage, he's the weaker one. The most weakest one. I mean, but the most weakest one, it doesn't mean he's completely trash or something. No, he's like slightly weaker than Nefer, and Nefer slightly weaker than Zibai. Zibai is the most powerful one when it comes to completely free-to-play builds, you know, and free-to-play teams. But yeah, Lucas, I wish you best of luck. Not much, no Furina, sadly. No, what? Not much, no Furina. Oh yeah, maybe. I didn't get that, but yeah. Yeah, we will get Odette and Flins and Nefer. Yeah, and Arlecchino, if I'm not mistaken. Let me check that real quick, like with the banners. I did some notes for that, so yeah. Oh yeah, Arlecchino, Inefa, Flins and Odette. Oh, not most likely, actually, usually new characters is on the first phase, so I expect Odette, Alyosha on the first phase. Maybe alongside Flins and Inefa, Arlecchino on the second phase. You know why? Because, let's say like that, you can actually use Inefa as a shielder with Arlecchino, so because of that it's possible. Also, we will get Stygian, next Stygian, like, literally immediately, like after 5 or 4 days after patch launched. So because of that, Flins, I expect Flins Odette on the first phase, and like, yeah, the other is like Arlecchino and Inefa on the second phase. You still need Inefa. If you don't have Inefa, she's a good character, not gonna lie. I mean, she can be played in so many teams, especially if you have Columbina. Pretty good duo, actually. It's the most powerful duo at the moment. Yeah, we have another duo, which is actually like Nicole and Durin. It's also pretty powerful. It's a little bit specific duo though, because it's pure pyro one, and you need to use specific characters with them. I have like lunar account, which 3 lunar DPS account, and I'm going for Columbina. Yeah, you definitely nothing. If you don't have Columbina, you definitely need to go for Columbina. You know what's the problem with lunar? And I expect that Snezhna is going to be actually even worse than that. The problem with lunar is all of the teams like revolves around Columbina. That's it. I mean, you still can use Aino Constellation 6 with Flins, the team like Flins, Inefa, and Aino Constellation 6, it's actually pretty powerful, but when it comes Aino with Nefer and Zibai, it's not so good, unfortunately. Because Columbina gives a lot to Nefer, and Columbina gives a lot to Zibai. Because Zibai needs a fast cry application. Aino is also not bad, but she is a little bit, yeah, not so, like, yeah, maybe not enough for Zibai. When it comes to Nefer, yeah, she gives Nefer, like, additional, how they call that green stuff, you know, which converted, like, Dendrocor's converted to that. So yeah, that stuff she needs to do charge attacks. It's actually extremely helpful because Columbina herself can do the charge attacks and utilize those stuff. I mean, like this ones. Meteor Odette, who is more important? Like Mirak, it's a difficult, like we don't know about like Meteor. It's completely different elements. Like it's like, yeah, it's like I don't know. Like the point is, it depends. If you have Yaemiko, then Odette is more important for you. If you don't have Yaemiko and you have let's say Constellation 6 Chichi, Meteor might be useful for you. So it depends, I mean, for your account, of course. So it depends, but Meteor might be, as I mentioned earlier, Meteor, in my opinion, is direct option, like it's direct replacement for Yaemiko. And he might be useful at Constellation 0. For low investment, no, like let's say like that. For low investment, Zibai is the best choice, it's not Flins. But when it comes to flexible teams, that Flins. Like Flins low investment is like not a bad team, but let's say like that. Flins is pretty flexible. He can be used with, since Flins needs let's say like that. we still don't have the last slot for flins because
I
we
can do
use
it.
sucrose. Sucrose is not the best, like at the moment, sucrose is the best choice for flins, but she is not the greatest one, you know? So we don't have any other options. You also can use fischl. When it comes to rotation, it's also different, by the way. You don't need to use TDDS on sucrose when you use like this team, exactly this team. It's better to use EM weapon to increase EM buff, which sucrose provides, and rest shredding. It's better damage, by the way. But again, when it comes to low investment, Zibai is the best one. But the problem with Zibai is it low Constellation 6. So she's still okay. But again, when it comes to the bosses you can clear with flins, flins has the most value if you compare with all other nod-krai characters. I expect that future Electro Snezhnaya character, Stellar character, is going to be the same. That's why if you skip Sandrone, you know, I wouldn't suggest you to build and go the characters which Sandrone needs. If I'm not mistaken, Odette and Mitya, they are the characters who Sandrone needs on her team. So just keep that in mind. So let's say like that. The point is, if you don't have Sandrone on your team, going for Odette and Mitya not going to be a good idea. Just keep that in mind. I would suggest you to wait a little bit and see what the future leaks will says, because you know why? It's going to be like Nefer Lauma situation. If you remember, they released Lauma like long before Nefer, right? And then they released Nefer, and you just kind of, oh my god, what I need to do, like with like Lauma is completely useless on my account now. So yeah, something like that, and you skip Nefer, for example, you know? So yeah, it might be the same, keep that in mind. I mean, Odette is not bad, but you need someone to do the damage, because Odette most likely will give some multiplier, she has a field damage, she has application, which is actually good for stellar conduct damage characters, not for ordinary characters. You still can use Sino. Recently I saw the run with Sino Constellation 2, who actually pretty easily clears that new, that Stygian boss, you know? Just a second, let me just catch up. Can Furina replace or hold seat in lunar team? Oh, just a second, let me just check the like, but with high investment Nefer is the best. Okay, Mirak knows the best. Okay, Mirak, like, yes, with high investment Nefer is the best. I wonder if Nefer Constellation 0 will be good enough with Lama. I feel bad benching Lama. Yeah, yes, like you still can play Nefer with Constellation 0 R0 with craftable weapon. She's good enough. Low Enduring is also a good do. Yes, Mirak, Low Enduring is also good do. Can Furina replace or hold seat on Luna team? No, unfortunately nothing. You know why is that? The problem with, but the same thing applies to Columbina. You know what the problem is with Columbina and Furina? Let's say if you don't have Columbina and you want to replace, let's say like that. I have this team.
Can
right?
I go take a look?
Like in this team, actually, I can replace with Furina, but the damage will be super low. You know why?
My magnificent!
At first place, you need to use Furina with TOM, which gives 20%, like either Furina or like Inefa or someone. In this case, Inefa should be actually on supportive set, which is this one. Just keep that in mind. It's like Silken Moon because it gives some buff to your main DPS. Furina needs to be on TOM and Sucrose on DV set. Flins on DPS set. The problem with Furina is, as you know, Furina like drain your HP, and by using healer on your team, you get damage buff. The problem with nod-krai cannot benefit from damage percent. Only from lunar damage. Let's say lunar charge damage percent, yes, but ordinary damage percent, it's not acceptable. You cannot use it. In that case, Furina only gives you 20% attack buff and some application. On the other hand, she drains your HP. And if you don't have Inefa, which is a shielder on your team, that's actually pretty difficult to, like with Fischl, for example. It's a little bit difficult to keep flins alive. It's still possible, but it's difficult. That's why Furina cannot be used. You still can use it, but it's difficult. The same thing applies to Columbina, by the way. Let's say like that. We have Newlet team, right? Even though Columbina is pretty good when it comes to application and on field damage, Furina is still the best for Newlet because he benefits from damage percent, he benefits from HP draining, he can heal himself. You also can use with Chlorant, you know, like we have some characters who benefit from Furina. You can use with Alhaitham, for example, pretty good team with Alhaitham, Furina. But not all of the characters can benefit from some damage percent. Snezhnaya, by the way, is going to be the same, keep that in mind. Furina in Snezhnaya teams, it's not okay. You still can use Columbina, but you know why? It's not because Columbina is so broken, it's because Columbina Inefa duo is so broken. You know?
Will we be gone long?
So yeah, it's like that. They buffed Odette personal damage. Yeah, I already mentioned that, Miracle. Since leaks say that Cryo MC is behind Odette with only 12% in sub DPS and buffing. No, it's not like that actually. I expect that with his signature weapon at R5 he might be pretty okay, but I don't think you're going to use... You know what's the problem with MC? You need, like, it's like for Sandrone it's better to use double electro, double cryo. It's the best, you know why, for the battery, for like application, etc., something like that. So in that case, let's say the team like Sandrone, Odette, Alyosha and Mitya is going to be like, looks like it's going to be a premium Sandrone team. Because of that, like let's say replace Alyosha, for example, with Traveler, Cryo Traveler, I don't think it's a good idea. At first place, because you need some different sets. You cannot use the same set. We're going to get supportive set in 7.0. So yeah, there's some, I don't want to say it's limitation or something, but you cannot get like best output by using Cryo Traveler on that team. You still can if you don't have Odette, that's true. But yeah, if you get Odette definitely going to be better. Yeah, like Traveler usually, they're good. Pyro is actually broken as hell, not gonna lie, but it's because his application and because he can use Cinder City, you know? So yeah. I got Lauma, I got Nefer, and I got Inefa. If I want Flins, I already got him. His dedicated support. Just Zibai is the only one I don't have, and I have to wait for her next run. And like next Zibai runs is going to be on like 7.1, by the way. So I don't know what to say. Like it's back to back pretty good characters. It's Odette on phase 1. It's Flins on alongside Odette most likely. Then 7.1 is Zibai and Mitya. Most likely Mitya on the first phase, Zibai on the second phase. So just keep that in mind, back-to-back crazy characters. Then if I'm not mistaken, Tsaritsa is going to be released in 7.3, something like that. We also will get some other characters.
Accelerating.
I don't know what to say, it's a little bit difficult, but what I would suggest you to do, guys, like it's only a suggestion actually, like don't go for, like let's say like that, if you like characters, some of them, like yeah, go for them. But if you want to build your account, don't go for all of them. As I mentioned, like Odette and Mitya most likely are going to be for Sandrone team. So if you don't have Sandrone, they like these characters' value for Electro Lunar Charge are not going to be so perfect. So definitely
Accelerating.
We will get someone who will be better than this duo, you know? Odette Mitya, I mean. Because Odette and Mitya, both of them are off field. So keep that in mind. I would suggest you maybe, if you want to go for Odette, go for her. But before that, just see if she can be played with other characters. Most likely no, because it's like Polestar Polestar field, you know, like it's created for stellar. It's a little bit different. It's not like lunar, you know. Lunar is actually, in my opinion, lunar is better than Snezhnaya is going to be, not in terms of damage, but in terms of usage, I would say, you know. So yeah, you don't have fields. When lunar charge, you just create it. When it comes to Nefer, it's the same. We have broken characters like Columbina. Yeah, we still don't know how Tsaritsa is going to be, because Tsaritsa might be extremely broken. So yeah, the only suggestion, the only suggestion what I can give you, it's like go for Tsaritsa definitely. When it comes to other characters, you can decide on rerun. What you will miss though, you just maybe miss some Stygian Fearless runs, but it's still, I don't think so. You can clear Stygian Fearless without characters. Like it's still possible. Like let's say like that. Flins, like I showed around. Flins, I cleared like diaries at a ball with Flins team in F and Columbina and Escoffier. It's pretty easy, not so difficult actually. Flins actually can clear 2 bosses of the Stygian cycle. I also tried, let's say like that, with Constellation 1 and his signature, it's even possible to clear that SSA1, so yeah, that with the Pillars 1. And by using, you tell me, Auroron. But I couldn't resist. And I pulled Sandrone. Ah, okay, Mrak. Koshi and Linnea will have rerun at 7 points, so I will skip them and maybe pull for them in the future. Yeah, let's say like that. Like Lucas, you know what's let's say if you skip character 2 times and you just don't like the character, I wouldn't suggest you to go for a characters on a 3rd rerun. It's actually make no sense. You know why? Let's say like that. Why you go for a characters? At first place, maybe you like the character a lot, right? If you skip the character 2 times, I don't think you like it. Yeah, let's be honest. You know, it's actually obvious. Second, like, why? It's like, it's maybe you just like have some difficulties with Spile Abyss. I don't think so. Spile Abyss is actually, it's a little bit. This Spile Abyss is actually trash as hell. I didn't like it because they just mixed different enemies from different. For different main DPSs, a little bit like, yeah, kind of a mess in my opinion. And maybe you just like have difficulty with Stygian Onslaught. That's it. In all other cases, actually, you don't need like crazy characters. You know why? Overworld actually now doable with characters we have. After Hexenzorkel buff, we can use a lot of characters. Like, you can go Sucrose Fischl though and add 2 DPSs, no matter which one. Actually, you can go, even Razor now, it's pretty good in off-field, you know. He can farm crystals, he can do damage, he is a Hexenzorkel. If you have Nicole, it's even better. So yeah, we have a lot of teams to use. And by the way, guys, we are going to get like new buffs for future characters, like not for future, for old characters. And the characters is going to be, as I heard, it's going to be Zhongli, Ganyu, Jin, and Xiao. So, and also we will get buff for some 4-star characters. Keep that in mind. So if you can choose constellation out of this stuff, you know, this one, I still didn't choose any because I don't know who to go for. Most likely I will go for Jin, but we'll see. So yeah, so Jin is going to get some buff, Zhongli and Ganyu as well. We'll see, and Xiao. And also, like, as I heard, they will get pretty decent buffs, you know? Decent buffs. Even Constellation 1 Aino is better than Furina. Constellation 1 Aino is better than Furina. It depends. No, it's not like that. You know why? Let's say like that. If you have stuff for Homa on your Flins, I would say it's better to go Furina, because why is that? Because she drains your HP and this passive is activated, which gives you additional attack buff. So let's say like that, with stuff for Homa, actually Furina is better. But when it comes to, like, if you don't have stuff for Homa and have signatures, then it's better to use Aino, because Aino gives you additional elemental mastery buff. How about in Zibai team? I have Zibai, Flins and Nefer. That, oh, for real? Let's say like that, nothing. If you, like, what I would suggest you to do is that if you have 3 DPSs, oh my god, how did you, like, it's that's okay, maybe you like the characters. Let's say like that. I would suggest you, like, if you have an Efa, if you have at least couple constellations for Itlua, then just go for, you definitely need to, if you don't have, let's say like that, at first place, do you have Columbina? If you don't have Columbina, go for Columbina definitely. As I mentioned, we usually don't get like 3 nod-krai bosses in Stygian. We don't get 2 bosses, nod-krai bosses in Spire Abyss, so you definitely can build at least 1 team. Having 3 DPSs, it's okay, why not? You can use different teams, you know? But keep that in mind. For example, if you ask me go for Lauma in the future for your Nefer, I maybe wouldn't suggest you to do that. You know why? Sooner or later, you can get Itlua Constellation 6 out of standard banner by just doing, by just wishing for other characters, 5 stars, you can get them, you know, like randomly. So because of that, you can get him Constellation 6. Constellation 6 Itlua actually is pretty powerful. Unfortunately, he is only for Zibai and Linnea. It's only 2 characters who can benefit from Constellation 6 from Itlua in general, you know? When it comes to Nefer, why I wouldn't suggest you to go for Lauma? Even with Lauma, Columbina, Lauma, Nefer is not team which is comfortable to play. Why? You need to do charge attacks, and Nefer needs some healing. Unfortunately, there's a couple ways to heal her. It's Lauma Constellation 1, which is healing abilities, or use some healing, like, I don't know, maybe Sucrose with Prototype Amber. Maybe you can use Nahida with Prototype Amber. Maybe you can use, oh, you can use Yahoda. She's a healer. She's a build, like, yeah, she gives some buff. Don't see she is a swill character. She still gives some elemental mastery from Constellation. But yeah, what I would suggest you to do, go for Columbina at first place, and then decide. It depends like what you have. If you have an Efa, good for you. Use Flint's team. Like, Flint's team is like the most flexible one. Maybe not so powerful, but it still depends on you. You know why? But with a little bit investment, you actually can make Flins pretty powerful. Also, Flins actually pretty good with this weapon. I mean, the free one, Primordial Jade. You can use this weapon on Flins. He's not bad with this weapon. By the way, when it comes to stats, it's the same as his signature one. The only change is his passive, and by the way, he can use this passive. What you need to do normal attacks. Or usually you do. So yeah, don't... let's say like that, when you use his first mini burst, just do normal attacks, couple of them, like about like 5 to 6, to buff your next mini burst, you know? I think that isn't a must pull for Sandrone, since we can get cons and signature for CryMC. No, it's not like that. Or that it's still going to be better for, like, you know, like, I don't think Traveler is going to be a supportive character. People say that he is supportive, but I don't think so. Like, he might be like kind of like some sort of like main DPS with some supportive abilities. So yeah, don't think he's going to be so crazy. You still have time, so you still can decide. But again, for Sandrone, as I mentioned, if you got Sandrone, then that is not a bad option. Again, it depends on what you want to get out of Sandrone team. If you want to get like premium team and good damage, then that is the way. If you just want to get decent damage, you know, and play the characters you like, then like skip Sandrone, skip Odette. think that is in the pool. So yeah. By the way, Vortex, did you use like Sandrone bug with a weapon? No, like Mirak, I didn't. This abyss is weird. So also like Shenhe is getting buff. About Shenhe I don't know. Oh, because you know why? Shenhe release, like I don't know if Shenhe will going to get some buff. You know what's the problem is? If you check like character archive, like why we're going to get Xiao, let me just show you. Ganyu, Xiao, Zhongli, and who was the one? And Jin. Because as you see, the characters was released a long time ago. When it comes to Shenhe, Shenhe was released like after Eula, Kazuha, Yoimiya, like Ayaka, Raiden. So I don't think they will buff Shenhe. You see? Yeah, we need to wait for that. Yes, you can say, but Yaemiko get buff, but Yaemiko is a little bit different. So again, because of Stellar, it's not a buff. Actually, it's kind of like a rework, you know, because she is Electro. That's why. That's why she's like so good, you know. It's not because of that. When it comes to Shenhe, maybe, I don't know. She's a supportive character. Would I suggest you to go for Shenhe? I don't think so. It depends. If you have Skirk, then yes, maybe. In all other cases, I would say no, because actually with Skirk, yes. Actually now, Skirk has better teams than with Shenhe, because we have Mona, you know. Mona is actually broken as hell. But yeah, you can, why not? Lauman for Columbina, Kirara Yao, which seems good. Lauman Nefer Columbina, Kirara Yao Yao. No, Kirara is not good. Yao Yao. Yao Yao maybe. Baiju, yes, you can use it. Yeah, Odette and like Mitya are my pool plans. Like it's up to you. I wish you best of luck. Use Sandrone skill and go into average mode. I will do it later. I mean, like I just when you are mid that mode, go weapon and switch weapon. I will do it later. Yeah, I will just copy that. I will do it later. To be fair, I don't have enough time to like watch all of the like that box, etc. Something like that. So I copied that. I will do it later. Oh my god, just not like that. Just a second. So So yeah, what would you have? So yeah, about the banners, about the stellar swill, and also like I heard that they are going to buff stellar swill in the future. So it's also it's not going to be buff in my opinion. It's going to be some sort of rework or something. You know, like by adding new characters, we will get some new stuff. Because as you know, like they nerf Mizuki a little bit. So if you have Mizuki, by the way, I would maybe suggest you to build her, because she is going to be kind of like the first stellar character in 7.0. Oh, she is not bad, because as you know, like they buffed Mizuki a little bit. So yeah, they give her pretty decent abilities, I'd say, you know, and also like she has some damage. For me, she's level 70, no talents, not yet. I will do that later. And also I don't know, like I was lucky enough to get that Constellation or not. So yeah, with Constellation 2, she's also pretty good because of that. Rash shading is actually pretty good, you know. The problem with Mizuki is only like, yeah, like she's supposed to be some sort of on-fielder, but her on-field abilities is terrible because you can do literally nothing. Just press her skill and wait, and that's it. You cannot use normal attacks and hit the enemy. A pretty annoying character actually. But with a buff, she might be useful. She might be useful. What do you know about Vesna? I like about Vesna, and actually like yeah, like the only thing I know, she is going to be released in 7.4 if I'm not mistaken. And she is going to be an emo character. I don't know if she's going to be DPS or not, but again, it's super early to say something. We still don't have Stellar Swill, you know, that's brand new reaction. And yeah, it's actually pretty interesting because of multipliers. It might be powerful. Would I suggest you to go for that team? Actually, if you ask me, yes, but you need to wait. Let's say like that. Oh, as I mentioned earlier, Snezhnaya characters is going to be the same as nod-krai. So all of the teams, premium teams, will be revolve around Tsaritsa in Snezhnaya. So yeah, you definitely need Tsaritsa on your team. You just can't skip Tsaritsa because she's the main character. Forget about Natlan. In my opinion, as I told that a couple times, Natlan was the best region actually when it comes to characters, when it comes to, yeah, maybe map wasn't so great, but when it comes to characters was the best, and teams, because we got so many DPSs with completely different teams, you know, Kinich, Verisa, Moalani, Skirk, mavuika, like yeah, ton of teams actually, crazy amount of teams. And also we got extremely crazy supportive characters like Yansa. She's just insane. I don't think they will do the same, I mean Hoyo, the same mistake with nod-krai, with the Snezhnaya. They will continue just like force you to go for couple characters, and I expect that all of the teams, premium teams in Snezhnaya are going to be as Nefer teams, where you need 3 characters, you know? Let's say Nefer's premium team is Lauma, Columbina, and Nefer. Without any of them, team actually not so good. You know, it's not like Flins. Flins still can use other electron. Yes, maybe damage output will not so high, but he is going to be playable and like pretty competitive, you know. I expect Snezhnaya is going to be the same. So yeah, you need like, and by the way, all of the teams. That's why I wouldn't suggest you to go for all of the characters. Just choose wisely, because you know, like being free to play, it's a little bit pain. You don't know, like let's say like that. If you go for all DPSs, it's a little difficult to decide which one to use, because let's say as I mentioned, like since nod-krai, that's true that Nefer is pretty powerful, but using Nefer without Lauma, without a healer, without Columbina is like super painful, you know. Zibai in that case way more better. You actually don't need a healer. She gets that crystallized shield anyway. Yes, it's not extremely helpful, but still helpful. You know, you don't need her signature, by the way, to do damage. When you compare with Nefer's signature is actually crazy as hell. It has so crazy crit value, just insane. It like yeah, just insanely crazy weapon. If I'm not mistaken, it's the second best weapon in the game after maybe Varka's weapon, if you ask me. How worse is Arlecchino Constellation 2? My Arlecchino is Constellation 1 and I have Sandrone or Dead or Arlecchino City with one. But about that, nothing. To be fair, you know, Constellation 2 Arlecchino is way more powerful than you expect. She is extremely powerful, especially with the latest teams, with the latest updates. Like we have Nicole, we have Mona, Hexenzorkel, we have Skirk, we have Sucrose, my bad, you know? So like, and the damage difference between, if I'm not mistaken, it's around like 30 to 40%, something like that. If you compare with Constellation, no, if you compare with Constellation 0, it's 50% increase. If you compare with Constellation 1, it's about 30%, 30-35%, something like that. Like, because, you know, like, damage difference between Constellation 0 and Constellation 2 is huge. Because I saw a couple rounds, you know, you can actually do around like 700s to 800s with only one charge attack. I mean melt, but still. Her Constellation is crazy. Not gonna lie, just insanely crazy. Constellation 1 gives you additional, like, it's, let's say like that, instead of getting like 75% of her energy, you get like 100%. This one gives you more damage. But again, it's up to you. I maybe wouldn't suggest you to go for Constellations. You know why? Let's say like that. If you ask me, it's better, like, even though Arlecchino really good and good with Constellations, it's better to go for a new characters. You know, if you skipped, oh no, you didn't actually. You have Sandrone. You have Sandrone, Odette, or Arlecchino. I would say, like, if you ask me, it's go for Odette. You know why? Let's say like that. Arlecchino Constellation 1 is okay. If you have Mavuika, then actually crazy. If you don't have Mavuika, you still can use Arlecchino Constellation 1. You just need to get used to couple combos, because as you know, her application is a little bit weird. It's 2.5 seconds cooldown. I mean, application applying. So because of that, she doesn't have good synergy with any of the cryo characters. None of them. You can use citlali, but you need to get used to that. You can use Escoffier. You can use double cryo, which is actually, yes, will be way more easy to use to do melts, but it will decrease your damage. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Better melts, but decrease your damage. It's better to use only one cryo, actually, and use other sub DPSs or buffers on your team. So I would suggest you to go for that, because you know what's the point is. Since we can get free constellations for these characters, and I don't know if you have any of them. You know, Sino is not bad now. Risley is okay. Yes, the damage Arlecchino Constellation will give you more, but that's completely new archetype, you know? So yeah. Just keep that in mind. I would say yes, it's better to go for like Odette rather than Arlecchino. Since you don't have, like, if I'm not mistaken, you don't have so many teams, right? For your account, at the moment, it's better to go for Odette. And also, like, keep that in mind. I would strongly suggest you to go for Tsaritsa. Don't skip her. And, like, it's kind of like must-have. Just save some points for her. I don't think I don't know about the weapon. She is going to be polar weapon. When it comes to scale, most likely she will scale on HP. Or maybe energy recharge. Because, you know, the last character who scales on energy recharge was Raiden. And we recently got only defense and HP scalers. Let's say Furina, Columbina scales on HP, and like, yeah, she needs elemental mastery as well, but yeah, HP, like, she needs HP as a main stats. You know, like, I mean, like, yeah, we had Mavuika, that's true, but Mavuika is a main DPS. When it comes to supportive characters, like, most of them, like, scales on defense, HP, etc., like, something like that, HP mostly. So maybe she will be like energy recharge scaler, it's possible, you know, why not? I believe in 7.2, like, so for now, it's... Hey Dessa, how are you doing? So for now, it's Sandrone, Odette, Mitya, Alyosha, who Tsaritsa will replace. Like, Miraka, that's a silly question. Miraka, come on. I mean, it's not like that. I mean, like, let's say like that. As I mentioned, Tsaritsa will replace the character who will give you the less like, which is going to give you less like damage output, or let's say I don't know, buff or field damage on your team. It's obvious. But that's why I wouldn't suggest you, as I mentioned, I wouldn't suggest you to go for all of the characters. So just, let's say like that. If you don't have Sandrone, going for Odette and upcoming characters, not a wise decision. Tsaritsa must have. But when it comes to other characters, let's say, I don't think you will get Alyosha Constellation 6 immediately. So in that case, actually she can replace Alyosha. Mitya is going to be a direct option, the direct replacement for Yaemiko, as I mentioned. That's my opinion. Of course, it's maybe something going to be a little different. We still don't know his kit, but we will get. Recently, I hope so. So yeah, like, it's like, but you know, like, you can skip Tsaritsa, Mirak. What can I say? It's like, I don't know, like, what to say. That's just about like to sleep, and so you'll say, hey, thank you. Hey, Tanuki, how are you doing? Oh, by the way, oh yeah, you like say meow. What? Say meow. Okay, meow. Do you mind to check my Sandrone build, like, and what I could change? Okay, no problem, like, just a second. What if Tsaritsa scales on energy recharge, defense, EM, HP, and attack? Like, okay. I heard, like, Mitya is going to be a catalyst user. Yeah, it's possible. Like, let's say like that. We still don't know, but it's possible. Catalyst. You know, for supportive characters, to being Catalyst is not a bad idea because he can apply additional stuff. Like, let's say, like, yeah, you can use like his skills and like couple normal attacks. So yeah, to do like to add more application. But again, it depends. I hope he's going to be good replacement for Yaemiko. I personally don't have Yaemiko, so because of that, for me, would be nice. Okay, let's check. Oh, congrats with Sandrone. So yeah. Yeah, like keep this at 6. Normal attack should be like crowned 9. It's more than enough. And this one is, let me check mine, just a second. I just like, what I did actually. Let's say like that. I recently leveled up her, like this one. Yeah, like crown burst as well because it deals damage. I recently like level 9 this one, you know why? I just decided maybe it might be helpful to clear Stygian and get a little bit more damage. Unfortunately, it's not. Keep at level 6 because multipliers is super low. Yes, you have cooldown 4 seconds. You use it pretty often, but the damage output is terrible. So yeah, like crown normal, definitely it's main source of her damage. Level 6 and like level 10 because it's really deals like pretty good stellar damage. And yeah, let's do a couple bosses by the way. I mean, most likely you have, like, at the moment, not crazy artifacts. Just she needs attack, HP. Yeah, you need definitely to switch this one. And, like, yeah, like, Mirak, come on. Alright, so yeah, I will just, like, yeah, Mirak, if I'm not mistaken, my... yeah, she's here. You can check whenever you want. Just like, yeah. Okay, let's do a couple bosses. What if Tsaritsa scales on defense? Okay, I don't know. I heard like Mitya is going to be a catalyst. Maybe, it's possible. Let's do a couple bosses. And also, I want to do like... I recently saw like a run with Sandrone, but without Yaemiko and her signature on diary. And actually, that was actually crazy. Because the damage was... insane with some it's not a trick actually, it's how that boss mechanic works. I will show you, just a second. Let me just do at least one run and then decide what to do.
Ready to ride.
When it comes to Tsaritsa, like again, we have no idea how she's going to be. The only thing what I can say, she definitely will be broken as hell. So it's like that. Because, you know what's the problem? If you remember, Columbina, even when we got all of the numbers, all of the gameplay, all of the stuff, people was crazy about Columbina because they thought that she's not going to be good enough to kind of be a pretty good supportive character and also like a bad or field DPS. But as you know, like it's turned out that she is actually broken as hell, especially for Lunar. Yes, she is bad for all other archetypes. I still don't suggest you to use her outside Lunar stuff, you know, like 2 Lunar characters without any resonance. But when it comes to Lunar, she's crazy as hell. I expect Tsaritsa is going to be the same. People said that Tsaritsa might be a general support. It's possible, because if we're not going to get any resonance with Stellar, then it's possible. The only problem is if she is going to be the same, like let's say, as you know, like Sandrone Even though Sandrone is a cryo character, when it comes to melt and reverse melt, she is actually terrible in those archetypes. Completely unplayable. You cannot go the team like Sandrone, Nicole, Durin, and Sucrose, for example, and do some melts. It's impossible. Like, you can do, but damage output is going to be terrible as hell. It's like pretty low damage. Why? Because all of the damage you can do with Sandrone and all of the multipliers, like, they depend and they revolve around stellar multipliers. The more stacks you get, the better is damage. That's it. You still can do some melts, reverse melts, and you still can do some cryo. Maybe with some investment into artifacts you can do something, but it's still like not worth it. So Desti is out. That's okay, like just about to sleep. Okay, like Desti is out. I will do couple that boss run.
Burn it down.
Quick as a flash!
Online, drop your weapons. US!
Go! You're free now!
Light up the blazing sun! Ah! Ah! Incinerate! Incinerate! Stop right there!
Alright, so keep that. Yeah, I need like something with elemental mastery. Would be nice to get something. Okay, so yeah, let's do some Stygian, I guess. So yeah, the trick with most likely Desti is not here, but again, like, let me show you the trick with. Oh, by the way, Miracle, like, for you it might be useful as well. Like, what's the trick is? I'm going to use like this team. With Fischl, I will show the builds. Fischl, Chichi, Sucrose, and unfortunately, yes, Sucrose. I will try out like yeah. I can clear this boss with Sandrone, Columbina, Inefa, and Chichi. I can clear with Flint's team, I mean Diary. The only one is this one is super difficult to me, like, yeah, because of that combo I just like mess up with finishers. I will show you a couple of tries, but yeah, maybe. So yeah, let's do a couple tries.
Oz, reveal thyself! Nice. Stay clear! Take a break? Come on, keep up! Shadow Raven! Look, Animotech 63!
Sometimes I don't know why I can't switch the characters. Maybe it's some.
Stay clear! How tiresome.
Yeah, I need to get used to that.
Come on, keep up! Wheel of Life. Midnight, fantastic! Take a break. Let's test my hypothesis. Come on, keep up. Rise.
Oh my god, that energy actually destroys me. Come on.
Wings of Darkness. Absorption test. Ha!
I messed up already.
A spot of tea time entertainment.
Yeah, that's a low, super low damage. Let's do it. Let's do a couple times, then I switch.
Oz, reveal. Go.
I don't know. I just like...
Absorption test. Come on, keep up. How tiresome.
Now I low energy. Just a second. Let me just do some adjustment. I don't know like what to do with that energy. I don't have enough to get that burst ready, unfortunately. Even though I have like already like 290, something like that. Maybe let's switch to Favonius one. Maybe. Yeah. Maybe it will be like give me more than that. Let's give it a try.
By royal decree. Stand clear. Come on, keep up. How tiresome. Go.
As you wish, me.
Take a break. What a joke.
It's another run for like for a stream.
Odds reveal. Life goes on. Animal Tech 63. Come on, keep up. Wheel of life. Wings of darkness. Take a break. Let's test my hypothesis. How tiresome. Rise.
Midnight fantastic.
Absorption test. Take a break. How tiresome. Come on, keep up. A spot of tea time entertainment. Shadow Raven. Stand clear. How tiresome. What a joke. Take a break.
As you wish, me.
Animal Tech 63. Come on, keep up. How tiresome. Come on, keep up. Wheel of life. Wings of darkness. Stand clear. Let's test my hypothesis. Take a break. By royal
Are
decree.
you kidding me? Like it's like okay. Let's do something else. No, like just a second, like no, he didn't. I saw like Miraculous went to change like his artifact. Okay, so yeah, let's do like a couple.
Rise with the sun! Light it up!
Time to say hello.
Control
Yeah, I'm gonna change it. I don't know why she has like, I know why. But I know why. Because you lazy. And you don't care about Genshin whatsoever. Because you just care about the numbers. You think that if you have higher numbers, that's better. That's why maybe your
Sand
damage
is the
output
natural
is so
enemy of
terrible.
fire and civilization.
I mean, like using HP on
the
Sandrone
desert,
is bad.
Ruins are
Especially
all
if you
that remain
have-
to tell the story of the past.
Especially if you have Gravestone. Gravestone is actually pretty good. And by the way, you know what? The damage difference between Gravestone and Mavuika's signature is not so high. I mean, there's some difference, but it's not crazy.
Rise with the sun!
Final warning! Justice will quick as a flash! On my mark!
Tell me what you see.
Wrath from the skies!
Yes. This is it.
Lazy. Yes, Stan, okay, that's exactly. Lazy turtle, yeah. Why I'm getting flamed? Yeah, I'm not lazy. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna change. Like, just check your build. Again, like guys, if you want me to play some characters in showroom, no problem. Just say that. I just like, yeah. I usually play the characters like I like, you know, let's say like that, or like recent characters. But I can place anyone. Oh, you know what? Let me do a couple more Zed Stygian. And actually, Zed Stygian run might be useful for you, Miracle. This is not a bad team. Since you don't have, you can clear that fearless actually pretty easy. I don't know why you don't, like, yeah, actually, you don't need to bother about that. But you easily can clear that, like, let me check the teams you use. You have Mavuika for this one. You can use Mavuika. Actually, Mavuika might be better for you. Verisa is a bit like, yeah, she's okay, but not with this team. Furina on Verisa team. Ah, no, it's not okay. Actually, it's better to put Mavuika here, but not Furina. The problem, you know why? You get a ton of damage buff, which is actually not okay. You always need to balance. In this case, Cinder City gives you damage. Furina gives you damage. Right? So yeah, like it's better to use like Mavuika who gives you attack buff. And also, like, don't forget about double pyro. It also can give you some additional buff, 25% attack buff. And also, if you use Sandrone on this, like, yeah, Sandrone is actually better. You can clear this one anyway. If you can do like 68 seconds, you can actually replace Sucrose with Lanyan, and you will be alright. The same team, but use Sucrose with Sandrone, maybe. I lost hope in Fearless long time ago. It's up to you. Like, what can I say? Alright, fix it. Yeah, you why I'm getting flamed. Like, Fearless, no, like Fearless is actually easy, not so difficult. And also it gives you something. It's not like doing Diary, which gives you only the badge and like useless skin. Yeah, I used to use skin at the beginning when I first got it, but after that I completely skip it because you know why? It's super annoying. At first place, especially when you play in overworld, when you want to check the weapons, you see that skin, it's like, yeah, it's not so useful. Just like not useful, you know? Let me try a couple more times. But I will try to do with this team. It's actually not a bad team.
Life goes on. Come on, keep up. Take a break. How tiresome. Wheel of life.
Yeah, that's terrible actually. I mean, like, You need to be lucky with that energy if you don't have enough.
By royal decree. Go. Absorption test. Take a break. Come on, keep up. Take a break. Life goes on. Sacred
Oh
name.
my god,
Fortune
not like that.
Midnight Phantasmal.
I always have some
Stay
problem
clear.
when it comes
Come on, keep up.
to switching the characters. I don't know why.
What a joke. How tiresome.
Okay. I lost open like Fearless. No, Tanuki is online as well. Ah. So yeah, you need to increase her crit rate, definitely. I mean, 57 is not enough. I would say 65 is okay. But yeah, it's about artifacts, so yeah, what can I say? I mean, attack, you know, that like building Lunar and Snezhnaya characters, not so difficult. You just need a little bit more crit rate. In this case, yeah, you definitely need, because you have like bad artifacts. You just need to level like, yeah. And also like your damage might be lower because of talents. Keep that in mind. This one and this one. It's a proper artifact, but yeah, they're not so good. Just like level them up, because let's say like that, even let's say if you just free to play, even just few rolls into like even one roll into crit like kind of change your damage, you know. So yeah, you know. So also don't forget about energy recharge, because she needs some. You cannot go with 0. I mean, you can, but it's better to have like at least 120 to 130. I would say 130, because with 120 it's actually like a little bit difficult to do something. Still, it's possible with 0, but in that case you need to use like some supportive weapons, some characters with of field damage, and who can be a battery for your Sandrone, you know.
Odds revealed. Animal test 63 away. Take a break. How tiresome.
Of course not energy. That's terrible, actually. Let's try. Unfortunately for me, I don't have a good weapon. I mean, like, I have one, but Favonius is okay, but Xiphos is better. I don't have Xiphos R5, because at R1 it doesn't give too much, it's about 10%. At R5 is way more better. Way more better. Let's give it a try again.
Guys, stay clear. Come on, keep up. How tiresome.
Okay, I got it.
Go. Wings of darkness. Animal tech 63. Let's test my hypothesis. Take a break. By royal
I need
decree.
to get like more energy at least.
Midnight Phantasmal.
Oh my god, come on. I messed up with rotation here.
A spot of tea time entertainment. How tiresome. Rise. Wings of Wheel of life.
As you wish, me.
Check, stay clear. How tiresome. Take a break. Come on, keep up. Animal Tech 63, wait.
Just like, yeah. You know what? Yeah, my switching ability is actually like, yes. Let's do something else. What time is it? Still have some. So yeah, when it comes to future pulls, if you got Sandrone, then yes, maybe it's not a bad idea to go for Odette. Like, let's say like that. In that case, which one is going to be replaced? Most likely it's going to be Odette. Most likely. So yeah, like again, as I mentioned, like they will just destroy you when it comes to Snezhnaya. You know why? It's not going to be like nod-krai. Nod-krai was a little bit more generous in terms of like characters pool. You know why? Because we got characters after characters, and you could decide which one to go first, you know, or skip, because like Flins and Inefa was like close to each other, right? We got Columbina, after that Zibai team. In Snezhnaya, they will mix and play the characters in a bad order. So let's say like that. At the moment, like you definitely know that Tsaritsa is going to be better than Odette, for example, right? But not for example, but she is going to be better. Or fill DPS with some buffs for your like stellar DPSs. And going for that now might be just a waste of your pulls, because she might be just benched in the future when you get Tsaritsa, you know? That's a problem with Snezhnaya. And as I mentioned, I expect something like that. It will be the same as Nefer team in nod-krai, you know? When you pull for Lauma, and then you see that Flins is, or like when you saw that Zibai might be better, you skip Nefer, and now you just like, you know, like you have Lauma benched on, because like Hyperbloom is not so useful. She can be used with Alhaitham. She might be useful in a future when they buff Alhaitham. It's possible, but again, it's not going to be that the damage at that level, you know, like it's, as you know, like even though they buff the character, the damage level is still, the damage output is still low. You know, let's say like that. They buffed Yaemiko. Yes, at the moment Yaemiko is actually good, but she definitely will be like not so good when Mitya is out. Okay, so what was that? Hey Chris, how are you doing? I'm good, thank you very much. How are you? Okay, so yeah, what was that? Oh yeah, it's just like when it comes to like gameplay, Sandrone is actually, again, as I mentioned, like she's actually fun to play, not gonna lie. I switch my Flins with Odette, with Sandrone in Overworld, not because she's better than Flins, actually no, Flins is more powerful, but she's more convenient and easy to use. And you can say like, it's roughly, she's kind of like Arlecchino without her problems, because what's the problem Arlecchino has? She's set on fire all of the environments, and because of that you need a healer. Since she cannot be healed when she is in that bond of life state, you just lose HP, you know, that's the problem. So yeah, if you are in a combat, yeah, that's a pain in the ass, you know. But when it comes to Sandrone, she's way more like, yeah, not a huge damage output, but pretty flexible and easy to use, you know, especially if you have like use with the shielder like an Efa. Even without that. How's your stream going? Oh, it's good. Thank you very much, Chris. Thank you very much. It's good.
Time to verify my...
And also, like, even though she needs Electro, she still can do some damage, you know, like let's say like that cryo damage. She still can do that, and it's actually fun. Because in overworld you don't need too much.
Surge. Take a break.
And also don't forget about like Sandrone, like that Polestar field has specific ability when you just like your first rotation, let's say her first charge attack, like it's not so powerful, it doesn't give you enough stacks if you compare with the second one. So don't use her burst immediately, use her burst like on a second or third one. It depends on your supportive characters. Unfortunately, when it comes to Chichi, yeah, her buff doesn't last for a long time. So because of that, yeah, you need to decide what to do. Because if you lose stacks, doing her burst make no sense whatsoever. It's because, yeah, it's like, even though it's stellar damage, without stacks it's super low. Just keep that in mind. Because all of the stellar damage, when it comes to stellar damage, Sandrone stellar damage, it always depends on the stacks you have. Do you play any other games? I just like finished the God of the Warcraft. Oh yeah, I don't, Chris. I don't play any other games. So yeah, it's only Genshin Impact. If you don't mind, can you ask you like Chris? Like if it's about Genshin Impact, like you're free to ask, no problem. But it's only Genshin Impact. Oh, I don't play any other games. Well, I barely got any pieces. Yeah, I know. I see that. I only keep getting other sets. That's okay. You can get stacks faster if you start with Sandrone's skill. You need to hit enemies and switch to... Yeah, that's true. But in some cases, it makes no sense. You know why? It's about... let's say like that. It depends on the team. That's why if you get Odette, for example, and you start your rotation with Odette, it's actually cool, you know? But that's true. You're right. For example, in some cases, starting with... let's say like that, in Spiral Abyss, you always better to start with Sandrone. Why? Because you have energy. When it comes to Stygian, actually starting with Sandrone is not a good idea. It's better to start with your other characters who has like Favonius weapons, supportive weapons to get some energy, and after that do different rotation. So it's like that. It's always like that. But yeah, in Spiral Abyss that's true. It's better to just like start with
Defensive mode engaged. Come on, keep up. Take a break.
and since she has like low cooldown,
How tiresome.
like only 4 seconds cooldown, you actually like, yeah, you literally like lose nothing, because when you switch between characters you just spend that 4 seconds. You can reach up to 9 stacks. No, actually, like the max stacks you can get is 12. Yeah, Odette will provide 4 stacks. Yeah, that's true. Odette will provide more stacks actually. Let's say like that. Odette will provide enough to get 12, the maximum possible. When it comes to stacks, you can get actually now, even now, you can get 12 with Charlotte and Cookie Shinobu. It's possible. You can test that because yeah, they have fast applications. Unfortunately, Raiden is not playable with Sandrone. I tried a couple times. It's terrible actually. It's so bad. Even though Sandrone is a ranged character, like it's still impossible to use her with Raiden completely. Even though Raiden has pretty fast electro application, it's still not possible to use her. Can you see my chat? Yeah, I saw your chat, like Chris. Like, if you don't mind, can you ask? Yeah, you can ask me any question if question related to Genshin Impact. I play only Genshin Impact, so yeah, like it's the only game I play. No problem. So you can ask the question. I mean, like with free to play Sandrone, you can get like Miracle. Even without like free to play, you can get 12 stacks. You can like as a like you can use Cookie Shinobu and Charlotte and get the stacks you need. The only problem is Sandrone renew stacks count every like when you renew a star field every 5 seconds, the stacks resets. Just keep that in mind. So it's not like you get 9 stacks and it will continue until like something. No. Every time you can see that, by the way, you can see the numbers. Let me show you. You can see the numbers are changed. So yeah, I'm not going to do anything. See the 3 stacks? Yeah, now 2 stacks. So yeah, it's now gone. Because like yeah, like every 5 seconds you get like a different amount of stacks. That's a problem actually with like, that's why. So let's say like that, if you have consistent stacks, you will get consistent damage. Oh, I do custom design. Yeah. Like Chris, I got it. So yeah, no, I'm not. Yeah, like portfolio. No. What would you like to see my portfolio? No, thank you very much, Chris. I really appreciate for your like yeah for that. All right, so yeah, what's going to be next? Like, let's do a couple more maybe bosses. Maybe we can get something. But yeah, when it comes to farming this domain, it's a pain in the ass actually. Like yeah, it's so painful. I usually use like some random teams to do it. So I usually use like mavuika team or something, you know. Oh, we can go Verisa team actually. Let's try Verisa actually. It's because you know why? Unfortunately, I don't have. Yeah, in this case, it's better to use maybe some other pyro, or let's say flins. We can go Bennett, but Bennett doesn't have a field. I don't want to use mavuika.
I'm all warmed up.
So yeah, let's do something like that maybe. Okay. I play with Beidou, Chichi, Diona. Damage is good, but rotation is still... No. It's bad team actually. It's terrible team. You know what's the problem with that team is? I skip to use Beidou. I would suggest you to go... I will show you which team I used in... instead of Beidou, use Lanyan with TDDS. It's better rotation and better damage. The problem with Beidou is not only you need to have a ton of energy recharge, with Beidou you just increase rotation time, and yeah, it's super inconvenient. I didn't know that this domain has such a crazy view actually. For real? Damn, bro. Huh. That's actually way more better than what we have like so far. I never saw that. I am. Alright, so yeah. Like, you know what's the problem is? You use a ton of characters who can buff Stellar, which is actually make no sense. You mean the damage is good. I expect about 100k damage, something like that. It's maybe less. Actually, with that team, with your build, it's a little bit less, should be less.
Stay back! Okay!
You asked for it! Stop right there! Faster! Stronger! Hero incoming! Yeah! Oof! Hero incoming! Yeah!
Yeah, Verisa is actually crazy as hell. I like Verisa so much. Unfortunately, I don't have... Okay, you know what I don't have.
Final warning!
Yeah, if you like, you know guys, like if you like want to go for Verisa, I still wouldn't suggest you to do that, because like she is a pretty old character, and let's say Flins is better. with premium team, but Varese is crazy when it comes to like Janssen. But it's not because Varese is so good, it's because Janssen and Chivalrus are broken as hell. No, I don't believe you, Mirak. You can't get 100, 120k with that team. It's impossible. I don't believe you. You just like, yeah, you just like... It's not true. Like, you just like, yeah. It's not like 100, 120k. It's impossible with that team. It's just impossible. I did a ton of tests, and the maximum you can get, it's 80k. Mirak, come on. You can get so much damage with Beidou, Chichi, Diona, and who was that? I can't take a screenshot later. No, like, you know, like what? It's only, let's say like that. If you do like full couple rotations in a minute, it's like, yeah, it's not like that. It's maximum 80k, 85, something like that. It's not 100k, it's not 120. Believe me or not, because like, anyways, yeah. Okay, so yeah, what we need to do? Let me try again like that. Oh, Mirak, like 120k it's possible. Come on, like 120k it's possible. I'm in DPS. Mirak, let's just like add some, I don't know, some new term in our vocabulary. We always talking about DPS. The damage which you can get from her charge attack hits 100k, 120k, it's nothing. It means nothing. You know why? It depends on your stacks, it depends on your buffs, it depends on your rotation. Because if you're quick enough, you can get more 100k damages, charge attacks, but it's not a damage. The main is DPS. With that team you were talking about, it's the maximum you can get, it's 80-85k, and that's actually like not even 80k DPS. You know what it means, 80k DPS? DPS means damage per second. It means if you play for a minute, you can get every second, you can get every 80k. That's what it means. So yeah, like when you get 120 and then like kind of do like 10k damage, overall it means 60k, something like that. That's okay, that's completely okay. It's 70k, but like Sandrone's charge attack is 1. Yeah, that's true. You know what it means, Mirak, come on, like you just like, yeah. You know what DPS means. You know what's that. So yeah. But keep that in mind, that it's better like, if you notice that, most likely you see that the Jeff videos, yeah, the TGC videos, like, and other like players and YouTubers who do like calculation, there's always a DPS. In some cases you can see DPR, which means damage per rotation, but it doesn't count. Why? Damage per rotation, it's always higher than damage than DPS, because when it comes to DPR, you most likely have full energy, you have a good condition. I mean, when it's like you just like play all of the attacks and in time, you know. So usually DPR is higher than DPS, and DPS is a more, I would say, reliant when it comes to damage, because usually like, yeah, it like that. They light. No, they don't. What's that? I know, like, I know what defense means. I know. I don't know. I know. Okay, they lied. All right, they lied. So yeah, let's try this again. By the way, it's possible to do with this team. I will try a lot. Actually, I still have a ton of time to do. Oh yeah, what I wanted to show you, by the way. Let me show you the team I used. So yeah, with my Fearless, I use this team. Sandrone, Cookie, Chichi, and Lanyan. I used to use Beidou. With Beidou, it's actually difficult to get the maximum. The best time what I got was 89 seconds. It's because of rotation and energy. I messed up my Beidou already, but yeah, like, it's not worth it actually. When it comes to Lanyan though, so yeah, this set, a signature set. This is with instructor set, TOM, and Lanyan with Vivi. And also 3DS. This team is actually pretty cool. On top of that, you get a shield. Building Lanyan is super easy. You don't need energy recharge because, let's say like that, if you have Constellation 4, it's better to have energy recharge to use her burst to get some additional elemental mastery buff. It's not bad, by the way, it will increase your damage, but if you don't have, just skip her burst completely. Just go for attack as much as possible. In this case, it's not so high. Yeah, or like go for, what's that? Attack, energy recharge. I don't know why I did that, but yeah, maybe I didn't have like attack, that's why. No, I have one. I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, the point is you get some pretty good shield because her shield scales on attack, and you get TDD as well. With this team is way more easy to use. You know why? These three characters has pretty reasonable cooldowns. When it comes to Lanyan, actually, you just use her skill in time. So yeah, it's a pretty good team. I tried Fearless only as a dog boss. Dog boss? Oh, yeah, Zibai team, of course, I cleared it like or so. No, I think like you're lazy. Okay, no problem. I'm lazy. So yeah, you can use that. Beidou is like not so good, unfortunately. Even though Beidou's buff on paper looks crazy as hell, because Beidou not only gives you stellar damage, also gives you elemental mastery at Constellation 6. But the problem with Beidou is
I created another universe. In fact,
she's not so good when it comes to a single enemy. She's better against multiple enemies. And, oh yeah, my Beidou level 17. Just a second, let me just check that. Oh yeah. And also she gets that
If you ever want to
Stygian...
trade tactics,
And also she
I'm
gets
always
that
ready.
Stygian buff, you see? That's crazy, actually. But even, like, she gets that Stygian buff. But yeah, her personal damage is trash as hell, so it doesn't matter. So yeah, with this one actually, oh yeah, she has Cryo Rush Shed and 20 elemental mastery, and also she gives some stellar damage. She's still not good. Just imagine Lanyan with Vivi set is better. No. Alright, so yeah. Let's do couples that Stygian actually. Like I saw that video, to be fair, I saw that video about like 5 or 3 days ago, but I haven't had enough time to check what that player is doing. But now it's actually, I get you, like you need a little bit more energy, unfortunately. Why is Fischl and Sucrose? Because of Stellar, because of Hex. And like this is Stellar, I mean Chi-Chi and why Chi-Chi? Actually, Chi-Chi at Constellation 6 now is pretty good. She's not bad because she gives also attack buff. And as you know, we're going to get Mitya. Oh, not Mitya, Alyosha. Alyosha, I expect Alyosha will be at Constellation 6 slightly better than Constellation 6 Chi-Chi, but not so much, you know. He can heal with his burst, but Chi-Chi can heal not only with her burst, but also with her skill. The problem with Chi-Chi is, since she is a melee character and her skill doesn't have pretty good range, let's be honest, it's a little bit difficult to use Sandrone with her. So you need to be close to an enemy as much as possible to activate TOM. Yes, we're going to get new set. Maybe with that set it'd be useful, but I don't think so, because that set also has some like, yeah, crazy passives, you know, crazy like, yeah, activation stuff. Alyosha is nerfed once again. Yeah, I heard about that. By the way, what does Hex buff do again? Hex buff. Fischl Sucrose Chi-Chi. Fischl Sucrose Chi-Chi. What? Oh yeah, like for you, I would say yes, it's the best. By the way, this team is better than previous on the Fearless I did. The problem is I use Sucrose with Flins. That's why I didn't use that Sucrose there. X buff, what it does... Oh... No, actually Hex buffs give you like a ton of stuff. In terms of like in this case, actually Hex buff not so useful, because Hex buff gives you damage percent, with the set, but since you don't use the set, it actually means not so much for Sandrone. It mostly means something for official, you know. But again, it's good to have, you know, at least something. So yeah, but it's better than nothing. Let's say like that. The Hexarite characters in your party have been further enhanced. You see that? So yeah, you get something. But again, it's better to use, of course, like, let's say if you're going to use Durin and Nicole, it's better to use some specific sets, especially for, let me just show you, for Nicole, or let's say Mona. So yeah, this set. This set actually gives you a lot. Just keep that in mind. But you need to have second Hexarite on the team. So yeah, that's why Sucrose Mona is so powerful. That's why Mona and Nicole is so good. That's why Durin and Nicole is so good also. Let's say yeah. And Fischl, by the way. So yeah, like good buffs. So TOM on Fischl? No. TOM, no. Support? No. Not TOM on Fischl. Surprisingly, it's not TOM on Fischl. Surprisingly, it's Noblesse on Fischl. And you need to give Fischl a ton of energy recharge. In this case, it's close to 300. So yeah, you just like need to have so much. Weapon is Favonius one. Chi-Chi is on TOM. Why is that? Why not Fischl on TOM? Because since Chi-Chi is not Constellation 6, using Chi-Chi on Noblesse makes no sense. Because you cannot get that anyway. If you have Chi-Chi Constellation 6, then yes, it's better to use Sucrose on TOM and Chi-Chi on Noblesse. But in all other cases, it's better to use like Fischl. So yeah, like that. Why? Because she's a 4-star, no animation, Chi-Chi has animation, you just like get some, you know, you don't lose 2 seconds. And like Sucrose is on Vivi set. And on TOM, TDS. Noblesse on Fischl, yes, it's playable. It's playable. I kinda like Lion team, like driver teams with the Durin. It's a good team, but you know what the problem is with Durin team? If you don't have that Lion team, it's not a bad team. The problem is damage output is low. Skirk is better, you know? Even though Durin plays with a hex buff, he can do melt, reverse melt, you know? Skirk is still better, let's say like that. And it's kind of the same premium team, right? I mean, you use Loen, which is a 5-star, Durin 5-star, Nicole is a 5-star, right? And yeah, with Hexarite sets, with signature weapons, yeah, you can get actually pretty good damage with Loen as well. But when it comes to free-to-play, yeah, Skirk is better. Skirk use Furina, you use a healer, you know, like, yeah, if you have a Scorpier, so yeah, like, it's better team, actually. Yeah, Skirk is better, like, but it's more focused on doing damage for melt. Let's say like that. It depends on your sets. Let's say, like, yeah, it's not a bad idea to use that team, but again, damage output is low. DPS is lower. But let's say like that. Like, that Loin is kinda at, without signature, at Varka's level, you know. As you know, like, Varka was extremely wanted by a lot of players and me as well, but yeah, I just ended up to skip him because damage output was terrible. It's not because of damage. I told my take on that. It's about like his signature weapon. His signature was actually so broken. So yeah, without signature, like, that Varka is literally nothing, you know. It's not like Sandrone. Sandrone without signature actually is good. Her signature is okay. I mean, like, she is okay without signature. Yes, that's there's a damage difference, that's true, about 15 to 20%, but it's not so high, you know. That damage doesn't give you something special. So you still can use Tidal Shadow, you can use Gravestone if you have it, you can use Mavuika's signature weapon, and you can get some damage. Varka is, yes, a little bit different. Lane can use Jade Spear, believe. Yes, he can. We don't talk about Varka. But you know what the problem is? It's not about Varka or something. It's about like they both are Hexerai characters. They both are recently announced. And they both can use Durin and Nicole. So yeah, let's say like that. You just switch two characters, or you just switch main DPS, and the damage output is the same, you know. So even if you like him, even though you like him, yeah, I wouldn't suggest you to go for like I told you guys. So yeah, like just like skip that line. And it's ended up, you know, like the only boss, which is a shield boss for Varka, is that Wolf. And he's doable with other characters better than with Varka team. You know, it's still possible with Varka, not gonna lie. You need to get used to Varka, but you need his signature. I haven't seen any run as a free-to-play who can clear Dario with Varka and without signature. You always need that signature on him, and that's a problem. So yeah, as I mentioned, when it comes to Sandrone, it's completely different. You still can go for Tidal Shadow if you have Yaemiko, and you can get Yaemiko Constellation for free, you know? So yeah, that's a lot of options. That's a lot of options. Hey Sino, how are you doing? I think if we got Hex character in 4 and 3, they might be top tier. It's not like that. Let's say like that. Yes, but it's completely different. You know why Hexerai characters are so good? It's not because they're DPS, it's because they're supportive abilities. It's because of Fischl, it's because of Sucrose, it's because of Mona. It's not because of Loen and Varka. You know? Let's say like that. We have a character like... oh my god, why Navia? We have a character like Razor. Just a second, let me find him. And Razor got some buffs as well. And if you put Razor on... If you put Varka's signature on Razor, actually he can do 100k DPS, even better, you know? He's actually not a bad character. I mean, with the buffs. Because he has, like... Just a second. He has increased normal attack speed.
If you ever want to trade
when you use his burst, as I know, or within constellation. Oh yeah, this one. Razor attack speed, Razor's attack speed and electro resistance. So yeah, the Wolf within, so yeah, strike alongside, so yeah, normal attacks dealing electro damage and like Razor attack speed, you see? So yeah, like he will be pretty fast, and also if you use Varka's signature, it's even faster. So yeah. This Abyss was so... Yeah, that's true. Actually, Sino, not gonna lie, this Spile Abyss is actually terrible as hell. You know why? Especially for free-to-play and new players, it's terrible. If you have couple teams, you're actually saved. But in all other cases, I agree with you. It's not because of HP inflation, it's not because of like the difficulty and that... you know, that buffs we got, that blessings, it's because of enemies. Enemies are terrible as hell. And they kind of did that on purpose or something, I don't know. That's terrible, actually, for real. So let's say like that. Second half is actually alright. But again, it's like, yeah, that was terrible, I know. That was actually, and really difficult for new players especially. Yeah, Durin and Nicole are very good supportive with Fischl and Sucrose. Yes and no. You know what's the problem with that team? Like all of the characters on that team is like they're supportive characters. I mean, I don't know how you can use that team. Oh yeah, you can use on-field Sucrose. That's true. On-field Sucrose is the way. How good or dead is for my Sandrone, like nearly really important? Let's say like that, Sino. If the point is like, yeah, we, as you know, we're going to get Tsaritsa, and as I mentioned, I expect that Snezhna is going to be terrible when it comes to character selection. You know why? They just force you to go for a dead for now to be competitive for a couple patches, and then you replace Odette with Tsaritsa. you know. Since Sandrone is a cryo, it's better to use double cryo, double electro team. You still can use one electro, but in terms of energy, in terms of application, it's not a bad idea to use like double electro, you know. In that case, going for triple cryo, one electro, yes, it still depends on meteor. If meteor is going to be crazy as hell with off-field electro application, it's possible. But again, you lose one of them. You lose either Alosha or Odette. I don't want to say Odette is bad. Odette is actually going to be good, and also, as you know, Odette is on a first phase alongside Alosha, so you can get Alosha at least at Constellation 2. He is not so good at Constellation 2. Chi-Chi is better at low Constellation. But she is cryo, keep that in mind. And Alosha creative fields. Alosha also gives you some healing with his burst, which is actually not bad, you know. So I would say Odette is not bad in general, but is she going to be good after Tsaritsa? I don't know. It's a huge question. Most likely no. Most likely no. You know why? When they release Mitya, premium team for Sandrone is going to be Sandrone, Odette, Mitya and Alosha or Yaemiko. It depends, because let's say like that. Sandrone needs some healing, you know. As you know, like this boss, at the moment, he's not so aggressive. He's actually kind of like, let's say like that. If you compare this boss, right, with this one, it's completely different bosses. Because this one is actually completely like a kind boss. He's actually good enough to play with Sandrone. But if you play Sandrone with this one, he will kill you like in no time. He is actually super difficult. If you don't have pretty high healing, like the character who can heal, you die immediately, you know. So that's a problem. And we are going to get a new boss, new Stygian boss, by the way, stellar boss. So it's possible that you need some healer on the field, you know. So that's a difficult question. A little bit difficult question. This abyss was so easy. Okay. Like, why would they add more mushrooms after? Yeah, like Sino, I know, I feel you. I really know. This Spell Abyss was terrible. I'm not gonna lie. Again, if you have like couple teams, that's true, it's okay if you're OG player, but if you're new player, it's Spell Abyss was terrible. That's true. They add like oh yeah, what ball boss? Oh, like actually you can add one cryo and you will be alright. I'm really broke right now, so can't get Odette. Oh, let's say like that. You know, like, if you have Yaemiko, actually Yaemiko is not bad option. Let's say like that. A team like Sandrone, Yaemiko, Chi-Chi and Sucrose, it's actually pretty powerful team, if you ask me. It's extremely powerful team. And that team can clear this boss pretty easily, you know? I don't want to say what's going to happen in the future with the next Stygian boss, but this boss is easy. Let's say it's only 60 million HP, something like that. It's not so high at diary mode. Diona Freeze, the flying bots, and Linnea Brick. Oh yeah, like it's possible. Yo, Vortex, can you try to break the flying bots and a ball boss with the Columbina, Linnea? No, I'm not going to do that. I showed the team what you can do actually recently. You can do with this team. Let me show you. Actually, there's a lot of options. There's a ton of options to do. I'm not going to do with that. I'm like, yeah, it's like that boss actually super easy because yeah, I will show you a couple runs, just a second. So what you can do with that boss, if you have these characters, you can go like this one, Escoffier, and I know I showed that on the last stream if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, and I know should be on Noblesse. We're getting like... What? Gorilla Legend? What's that? Oh yeah, maybe, I don't know. No, Yaimiko, so I prefer... no, Yaimiko, so I prefer Fischl, Raiden, Sucrose, and Chichi, and like Sandrone. In that case, yeah, it's not a bad team. I will try to get Odette. If I don't, I'm saving for Mitya. What about like Inefa? Inefa for your account will be way better. I don't want to try Zibai without her. I don't know, like one, like here. What you can do is this one. You can do like use Aino skill and kill both of them actually at the same time. Let me show you again. It's actually super easy. You don't need to. Let me show you how. It's diary, so yeah, I'm not going to do anything. Let me just show you. So what you can do? Where's the robots?
Off to the freezer. Ready?
Not that. Just. So yeah, the point is you can clear, you need to get used to that a little bit. It's not so difficult actually. That actually was a waste to release, like... Come on. You see, like you can kill both of them in one hit, then you go like use this one, and now there's Scofier. Oh, and you kill again like both of them, so it's possible. And then you use like a skirk and furina and a Scofier, like you get the energy and you use it, so it's possible with this team actually. You like, you know what the point is? I will try to get, I just like, I don't know, I just want to try like with Zibai without her, I don't know, like, yeah, I will top. I swear if Valery is 4-star, I will crush. Oh, he's a 4-star. He's not. No, he is actually. Like, unfortunately, Sino, he's a 4-star. And like, you know what the problem is? You know why he's a 4-star? Because Mitya is a 5-star. It's actually like, yeah, it's a little bit weird. And to be fair, not gonna lie. And yes, when it comes to this boss, by the way, it's like you can use like this team. Like this one and clear this one, this boss. Let me just try it. Just a second, let me put. Who was the last one? That was Chichi. I will crash out. No, no need to actually, but yeah, he's like a 4-star.
A little elusive.
Observe. Fear the dark.
And by the way, you don't need to like
Be silent.
destroy the drones immediately.
A dash of frosted.
Observe. Be silent. Night falls. Close your eyes. To dust.
Converge.
Preparing for dust up. Insulation chamber.
Be silent. To dust. Close your eyes. You will fear the dark.
Cleanup sequence in
A little elusive.
Be silent. Observe. To dust. You will fear the dark.
Did I mess up with rotation? Looks like I messed up with rotation.
Close your eyes. Observe.
ultimatum protocol.
Off to the freezer.
Converge.
It looks like I did.
Be silent. Observe. Night falls.
I'm not going to do it to the end, but
Close your eyes. Night falls.
Defensive mode engaged.
Attack the frost!
Be silent. Observe.
yeah, with a couple tries it's possible, so like, it's not so difficult. So yeah,
Close your eyes.
you also can use Sandrone. Actually, instead of, you know which team? You can use like Chi-Chi, but it's like, yeah, you can use like this team as well. It's also possible to do. Or like Chi-Chi and Sandrone. So it's also possible. But unfortunately it's flins, you know? So yeah. Flins is for another boss. Okay. Now one said like Warka might be a standard, like it's fake trust. Oh, you mean like that for Sino? Yeah, that's true, but you know what's the problem with Warka? Even though Warka is not a standard character, his damage output like a standard character's output. Standard character's damage output. That's a problem. He maybe is fun to play, but unfortunately damage output is super low, especially without his signature, you know? Even with signature he's actually kinda meh, you know? Mid character. Watch horror give me most chopped kid as well. Yeah, you will be alright, Sino. Believe me or not, you will be okay. I mean, when it comes to Valeri, or like how they call that? Valeri, right? He is like, yeah, Valeri. I mean, he looks cool. But keep that in mind, most likely Valeri is going to be a character for Electrostellar. So yeah, might be since like pretty useful. Don't have Nefer or Flins, so I have, oh my god, my bad, using like DPS Columbina. She's pretty good. About Columbina DPS actually, like you can use DPS Columbina, but I don't know, I never use Columbina as a DPS. You still can, you know why? I mean, if you have enough for Columbina though, you actually can add any DPS character and will be okay, and you will get like pretty good damage output. Benefa is fun. Just hoping like Meteor doesn't turn out to be a main DPS. No. Like according to the leaks, Meteor is a off-field one. Meteor is off-field one. At least I hope so, because
Guys, absorption test. Come on, keep up. How tiresome. Animal tech 63 weight.
not like that. Come on. Yeah, you need to get user character's position.
Odds revealed by life goes on. Take a break. Come on, keep up. Wheel of life. Wings of darkness. Stand clear. Let's test my hypothesis. Take a break. How tiresome.
Of course I messed up, and of
By
course I
royal
don't have
decree.
enough. Of course I don't have enough energy. Let me do a couple times. Unfortunately, yeah, that energy stuff is killing me.
Wheel of life. Come on, keep up. How tiresome. Go. Midnight fantastic absorption test. Take a break. What a joke. How tiresome. Guys.
Yeah, that's bad. But it's weird, like releasing only one premium team before Tsaritsa. Why? No, it's not weird actually. It's always like that. It's always been like that. If I'm not mistaken, like, oh, maybe we will get someone or alongside. No, it's not actually weird. Actually, that's how Hoyo force you to go for the characters you don't need. You know, that's why now you just think like, who is better to go, Odette or wait for Tsaritsa. But Tsaritsa is going to be released in 7.3, Odette in 7.0. So like, let's say like that, you will struggle for a couple patches, and that's a problem with this game. That's what I was talking about. Like you just like the pool situation in Snezhnaya is going to be worse than in nod-krai. Nod-krai was a little bit like generous, because you know why? You just, let's say like Flins and Inefa was close to each other. Zibai with Linnea and Itlua was close to each other, you know? So yeah, when it comes to future, Snezhnaya is going to be a mess. Unfortunately.
Anytime, any place.
Before Binefa we got Flins. Before Bina we got Nefer and Flins. What? Just a second, let me check. Mirak, you always like, let me check that. I don't believe in your statements. Let me check that. So yeah. 5.8 was Inefa. Then 6.0 we got Lauma and Flins. So 6.1 we got Nefer. Then we got like kinda like skip patch 6.2, and 6.3 was Columbina. And so let's say like all of them, like first two DPSs was close to each other, you know, like let's say like that. Lauma and Nefer was close to each other. Flins and Inefa was close to each other. And also like don't forget about Aino. We got Aino within the patches, so we still can use Aino with those characters. You still could use Aino with those characters. Yes, Noblesse on official isn't a bright idea. Oh yeah, you don't have it. I don't have a choice. Oh, I forgot. Like we're getting like Vesna and Vodyanitsa. About that, it's still like questionable about Vesna, Vodyanitsa. About Vodyanitsa, yes. Vesna, I don't know. Maybe.
Burn it! Quick as a flash! On my mark! Justice will prevail!
He's free! Go! You're free now!
Pyroclastic surge! Incinerate! Light it up!
This one was actually... About what I need, I don't know. We'll see. Because, again, like this archetype, I mean like stellar conduct, is a little bit weird. Attack, please. Of course not. Oh, okay, I'll take that actually. Okay. Unfortunately, it's not the same what I got. And it has oh, it's not max rolls. Okay. Would be nice to get energy recharge and elemental mastery, but of course it's not. Mine is better. I will level up this one. Mine is actually better. The one I have. I forgot, like a 27k physical charge. Oh yeah, maybe, I don't know. 27, yeah, it's part like again, like don't think about stellar conduct as a physical, because it's not physical. Yes, people like says that, oh my god, it's possible. It's not possible. It's not physical damage. It's completely different damage actually. Completely different damage. Yeah, and we're going to get like stellar swirl. And by the way, in Snezhnaya, we still will like we will get like kind of like the same 3 archetypes what we got in nod-krai. In nod-krai we got lunar charge, we got lunar crystallize, and the last one was lunar. I always like, just a second, oh my god, just a second, lunar, not dendro, what was that? Just a second, let me check that, since I don't use it, I just completely, what is that? Lunar bloom, yeah, exactly, lunar bloom. So yeah, we got 3 different archetypes, lunar bloom and lunar charge, which lunar charge is crazy actually, and lunar crystallize. Bloom and crystallize a little bit like they they have some restriction. I mean, you know what's they kind of like, yeah, not the same like charge. Charge is like, flins is way more flexible actually. In Snezhnaya is going to be the same. It's electrostellar, it's cryostellar. They are kind of the same, but the difference is main DPS, and we're going to get like stellar swirl. It's completely new reaction. It's going to be pretty fun actually, because it gives you some high jump ability, at least one jump ability, you know. But how powerful it's going to be, I don't know. According to the like Mizuki buffs and nerfs, like since they nerf Mizuki from 600 motion value to 400 motion value, it means like stellar swirl is going to be pretty powerful, you know. We're still missing a reaction. What reaction? No, we don't. We don't missing anything actually. No, we're okay. We're good. I mean, like we don't have a character, but we don't miss any reaction. Or let's say like that. If you when it comes to stellar swirl, yes, that's true. But stellar swirl will introduced in 7.0. When it comes to electro, since we got sandrone first, sorry, like which is a cryo, that's why it's cryo. But again, cryo stellar and electrostellar is the same reaction. It's the difference is just the main DPS. That's it. Noblesse, yeah, noblesse is not a good idea, but I have no choice.
Animal Tech 63 away! Come on, keep up! Take a break. Come on, keep up! Life goes on.
Midnight phantasmical.
Stay clear! Let's test my hypothesis. How tiresome. Come on, keep up.
That was actually, I just you don't need to destroy them. You know what? Like if you keep them like long enough, you actually get more damage.
Absorption test. Take a break. Come on, keep up. Take a break.
You don't kill. Okay. Let's just like, yeah, I'll do it off field. I need to do that off field because like you need to get used to that. It's a little tricky. By the way, I tested Sino with Sandrone and his damage wasn't so bad. Like again, like his damage wasn't so bad if you compare with not a great Sandrone now. So yeah, it's still less than Sandrone does, but it's not bad. Because, let's say like that, to be at Sandrone's level, you need Constellation 2 Sino. I mean, at the moment Sandrone's premium team and Constellation 2 Sino deals kind of the same damage. I think Sandrone Sino Rio teams need like a good off-field some now. Like it's not a team actually. Why? Because Sandrone on that team, it's only for it's only to act like you need Sandrone on the team to activate Stellar Conduct. That's it. Without Sandrone, you cannot activate that. That's it. But you never use Sandrone on the team. You use like 3 characters. Because of that, for example, for the players who have high constellation Sino, skipping Sandrone and going for a death, it's actually way more better option. Because Sandrone constellation 6 obviously better than Sandrone constellation 0, you know? Obviously better, especially if you have his signature, especially if you have like a good set, I mean a good artifacts. So yeah, it's better than. And Odette definitely, since Odette can activate a Polestar field, you also can get Alyosha, at least Constellation 2 or something, you know. But yeah, that's not a bad team actually. Not all the characters on the same team, not. Oh yeah, Sandrone team unlike Rio team and Sino team. No, I don't know. When it comes to Sino team and Grizzlies team, they need some investment. Without investment, they are actually not so good. Let's say like that. You always want Sino with his signature. Without his signature, it's bad. Grizzly at Constellation 0 is actually not so good. You need his Constellation 1 and signature as well. When it comes to Sandrone, Sandrone is, yeah, she doesn't rely on literally anything. You just press skill, get that Fagio, give that Fagio cooldown, and you're ready to go. So it's a little bit different. You know what? Let's try like this boss. Oh my god, he's so difficult. I mean, like, yeah, for me he is difficult. It's possible to do with this team. Unfortunately, no signature for Citlali, but I have 5-star weapons on xilonen and Bennett. Okay, let's just give it a try.
Fulfill our pact!
It's a waste of time, actually.
Rise with us.
Teamwork is strength! Get to work! Suffer the wrath and
Wrath from the sky.
I'm going in! You two! Time to...
Light of the blazing sun. Incinerate.
Try and stop! Let's light it up! Bring it!
Oh my god.
Teamwork is strength!
Okay.
Eat Laline! Eat Papa!
Pyroclastic surge. Incinerate. Light it up.
Going in! Show no mercy! You two! Time to...
Light of the blazing sun. Incinerate. Incinerate. Rise with the sun.
Let's light it up! Bring it!
Of course, I understand. Damn, that was a rotation. Is that a dire? Yes, like rotation. I'm a little bit like, what rotation? Sandrone team and Rio team. Oh yeah, just a second. Let me just do it a couple times and I will...
Light it up! Let's light it up! Get to work! Bring it!
Burn it down.
Everybody stand! Show no mercy! Eat Laline! Eat Papa!
Pyroclastic surge. Incinerate.
Let's light it up! Teamwork is triple.
two! Time to light up the blazing sun! Is this?
You need to do like a little bit different rotation actually. It's not like that. I need to like get used to it.
Full throttle! Get to work! Bring it! Rise with the sun!
I'm going in! Fulfill our pact! Get to work! Xilonen, East Papa!
It's wrath from the sky! Incinerate! Incinerate! Try it!
Teamwork is trick! Suffer the wrath of East!
No more mistakes. The end.
I hate this boss. Just imagine that you sandrone against this boss. This boss will kill you immediately.
Fulfill our pact!
Bring it.
Okay, let's do like a little bit more simple one. Yeah, with Citlali's weapon would be way more easy to do.
Everybody stand up! Get to work! Xilonen, East Papa!
Pyroclastic surge. Incinerate. Bring it.
Teamwork is trick! Suffer the wrath of Eastly!
Light up the blazing sun.
Let's light it up!
Burn it down.
I messed up again, as
Fulfill our
usual.
pact! Xilonen, East Papa!
Wrath from the sky. Incinerate.
Teamwork is trick! Get to work! Suffer the wrath of the...
Pyroclastic surge. No more mistakes. Try and stop.
Everybody stand back! Fulfill our pact! You two! Time to...
Light up the blazing sun.
And I die. Okay, you need to work on mavuika. Come on, Mirak. You're not the one who like need to tell me that. You're not the one who need to tell me that. You don't even use that mavuika because of like she has that rotation. And by the way, that's a useful rotation. That's actually rotate. Let me show you. That's actually like doable rotation. The problem is diary is a little bit like it's slightly difficult if you compare with Fearless. Well, someone gonna tell you. Oh, you mean like that? Nah, that's. I know what I need to do, but.
Show no mercy!
Bring it. Light it up.
I'm going in! Suffer the wrath of East!
Wrath from the sky. Incinerate. Rise with the sun. Bring it.
Let's light it up! Yeah, everybody stand! Fulfill our pact!
Actually, yeah, switching
You
to.
two! Time!
Pyroclastic
Switching
surge.
to. energy on Bennett. I hate mavuika gameplay. You hate mavuika gameplay. I don't know what you hate, but she actually has a pretty good gameplay. The only problem is her combos is a little bit complicated and you struggle, and also like her best team is actually Iansan with Chivalrous involved, which actually unfortunately I don't have a Constellation 6 to try it out, so that's a problem. Okay, let's do last one and that's it, because it's super late. It's possible. Yeah, I know, Mirak, it's possible. I already cleared that pretty fast. Yeah, I know it's possible. You mean like possible to clear that? Yeah, I cleared that. That was fearless. That wasn't direct. Second one was fearless. That's why huge damage. Come on, Mirak.
Light it up! Control breathing! Start them! Stop right there! Hands right!
Time to say hello. Farewell.
Light of the blazing sun!
That one is the last one. No. Like Zadari is a maximum. Zadari is the 23 million. It's actually completely different. Oh my god, I don't need that cryo with a low stuff on me. That cryo is actually, oh my. It's completely useless. Okay. No, it wasn't. It wasn't diary. Diary is like, oh, diary is a bit difficult. Let me do it again with diary. Diary is like, the problem with diary and with fearless one, it's a huge difference in like HP. Unfortunately, they don't write how much HP it has. But yeah, I cleared that in 62 seconds. It's actually pretty fast. But yeah, when it comes to like this one is the only one which I struggle a lot. I can clear these two bosses, they are actually pretty easy. But when it comes this one, it's like, yeah, it's terrible. Again, it would be nice to get that citlali signature, but... And also, why Ians and Chivalrous is good, they give you some healing. Better than
Show no
Bennett.
mercy!
Okay, let's just...
Rise with the sun!
I'm going in! Citlali! East Papa!
Pyroclastic surge! Incinerate! Incinerate! Incinerate!
Teamwork is strength! Fulfill our path! Suffer the wrath!
Light of the blazing sun! Incinerate! Try and stop!
Let's light it up! I'm going in! Get to work! You two! Tight!
Wrath from the sky! Incinerate! Full throttle!
Teamwork is dream! Fulfill our path! Suffer the wrath!
Pyroclastic surge!
Time to buckle down.
Incinerate! Try it!
Let's light it up!
Maybe to use
Get to
Xilonen
work!
first,
You
but
two! Time to...
Light of the blazing sun! Incinerate! Burn it!
Teamwork is strength! Show no mercy! Suffer the...
yeah. Okay, that's it. I mean, it's terrible finishers, it's terrible everything, so yeah. I see people switch xilonen with, yeah, I know, like, and Janssen is better than xilonen, but the problem is, like, my Janssen is not even Constellation 4. Like, with Constellation 4, it's a little bit more uptime, because this one just, like, help you a little bit. But yeah, you need Constellation 6. Constellation 6 Janssen is actually better, what I heard so far. Let's say like that. Back then, Desta told me about that. He told me that, like, you know what, like, Constellation 6 Janssen with Favonius weapon is better than Constellation 0 xilonen with signature. And people said that Janssen with, like, she's close to Constellation 2 xilonen. I don't believe in that so much, but people said maybe they're right. But in any case, Janssen is better than xilonen with her signature, because the only problem with Janssen, she doesn't give enough fighting spirit, so you need to figure that out. But it's still possible. You just need to, when you use her skill, you just need to, like, use this stuff to consume nice soul points, you know? Like, say, let me show you. So you see, like, I don't have night soul points in here.
Step aside.
Oh yeah, like, you need to be, like, within a fight maybe, so yeah. And after that, you need to, yeah, you need to be within a fight. And after that, you get some night soul points. With xilonen, it's easy to get night soul points, but it's like, yeah. She is a little bit difficult to use. Why? When it comes to rotation time, it's still Janssen is better. And also, Janssen has a great synergy with Chevrus. But unfortunately, I would say with that premium team with Janssen and Chevrus, it's possible to clear that one. No, Chevrus though. Mavuika, Bennett, Janssen, citlali. Oh yeah, that, like, it's like, you know, like Mavuika, Bennett, Janssen, citlali. Bennett? Are you sure about Bennett? But that citlali was, yeah, that's true. That's the team. I saw that run, but that citlali was with signature weapon. That's actually like a big impact. As I know, that citlali was with a signature weapon. That's a huge impact. Citlali's signature weapon is better than TDTS, and also you just, like, extremely flexible when it comes to rotation. Unfortunately, I don't have that.
All right. Who's...
Alright, so yeah. Okay. Possible to clear Dari? Yeah, actually, yes. It's possible. Mavuika, Bennett, Janssen. No, actually, it's possible. Yeah, I'm sure, like, yeah. You mean like with my team? Yes, it's possible. I just need to spend a little bit more time than I do, and that's it. Okay. I got a couple, actually. I'll keep this one. I'll keep this one. I definitely know I will trash this one now, but I will do it. Unfortunately, it's actually not so good. Unfortunately. Why? Because I have better one. I'll try. With your account, yeah. With your account, yeah, you definitely can clear Fearless. It's not so difficult. I mean, Fearless is super easy, actually. It's not even annoying, actually. Yes, if you compare with Menacing, it's different level, but it's still possible. Yeah, I have like this one, which is actually better. Oh my, I don't have any. Oh, actually I have. What I use on sandrone? I forgot about that. Oh, I use this one. Huh. Actually, I have a chance, you know? It has only energy recharge 4.5. Well, let's give it a try. Why not? Wait. Wait. Did I clear? Like, come on, Mirak. I don't know what. So, yeah. It's a first attack, actually. I recently got Elemental Master. I'll keep it. Cryo. I don't need that cryo. Defense. Another defense, as usual. Okay. You know what? Let's trash this piece. I have level 20 this one. I don't think I will use it. So let's trash this piece. Okay. Oh my god, 24 defense. Are you kidding me? I will keep it anyway. Because oh my god. 24 defense. Yeah, it's a buy piece actually. Okay. And like the problem is I can't reshape it because I don't have enough, and I'm not going to do that anyway. Oh my god, okay. That's it. Reroll it now. Like it's expensive. It's expensive. Rerolling is expensive. I'm not going to reroll because, like, yeah, it's better to reroll other pieces. I have pretty good. It's better to reroll this one because this one at least has elemental mastery, crit rate, and crit damage. It's actually better than, like, yeah, and I have pretty good circlet, decent plume. The only problem is, like, this one would be nice to get something better, but still it's not bad. I mean, like, overall I'm pretty okay with my artifacts. The only one is sands, not so good, but this one is terrible. Actually, you know, if you compare with this one, yeah, it's not bad, you know, but this one gives me elemental mastery. No, I will keep that. I still can't, like, have some options though.
Called back to the Zeppel-Yarny Palace.
Oh my god, she's super annoying though. What? I spent 4 feathers just to get the same piece. Oh yeah, it's probably, why not? Like, I did the same for Virisa back then. I spent like, oh, not you're talking not about feathers. You're talking about sanctifier elixirs, like these pieces. Like, I spent 8 or something for my Virisa, if you remember, to get, and I just like melt a couple of them. Just a second, let me check that real quick. So yeah, like with this completely useless set, and I still have a couple if I'm not mistaken. So it's a 1, 2. Like, yeah, I created 4 or something. It's still good. This one is actually was pretty well, not gonna lie. That's the last one, by the way. But I got this one, terrible, and I got couple which I just like melt, you know. So yeah, that's okay. More than, yeah, like reshaping is like, yeah, I don't know how many times you reshaped. I reshaped a ton because I don't have these feathers anymore, and I don't have this one anymore. So yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, the last thing left is like, yeah, to do that shish. Okay. Okay, at least it's let's say it's like, why it's good? Because it has 5 substats. That's why I mark it. Like, every time you get something with 5 substats, you see 5 substats, you just mark it, skip it. It's like actually pretty good. Alright, so yeah, that's it for today. Thanks for joining, guys. I will be, even though like rolls were low, that's okay. It happens, believe me, like it's always like that. Artifacts in Genshin Impact, it's a little bit a pain. So yeah, it's always like that. Alright, so yeah, that's it for today. Thanks for joining. I will be online next Wednesday, maybe. We'll see how it goes, and I hope, like, by the way, the birthdays of Odette and Alyosha is out, so most likely we're not going to get any changes. Also, don't forget about special program. Special
Cleanup
program is
sequence in
going to
progress.
be next
Based on
Friday.
data from past
So we
incidents,
are
please
actually
avoid
like about,
dropping
just
small items
let me
such
check
as
that, 10
Mora,
days away from
screws,
that special
gears,
program.
minerals, toys, gummies,
So yeah,
snacks,
it's less than 10 days
hairbands,
by the way.
socks, and slippers.
Come on, like, don't speak too much. So yeah, like special program, like 7.0 special program. So because of that, most likely they're not going to do any changes to Alyosha and Odette. So Odette is buffed, as you know, Alyosha is nerfed. So we'll see how it goes. I hope like that special program is going to be like pretty good. Enough I shot it. Oh yeah. Alright, so yeah. Thanks for joining once again and bye bye guys. Bye bye.
And we'll make you better.
I guess I'll post the commission at the Adventurers Guild. And a radish veggie soup.